So what are we making today, Alice Evans?
We are sponsored by Lindsay and Johnny.
Have you ever made a gingerbread house before?
Mm-mm.
Neither have I.
My sister made one and I ate the whole thing. This is a box of topics.
I don't know what caliber of topics you've written.
What if mine are all really dark, like existentialism, and yours are like peas?
Citrus. So what's your relationship with citrus?
Very strong. I have a rating system.
Well,
how long do you have to hold it there? Longer than that?
I put my mum off oranges for life because when she was pregnant with me, she craved oranges like all of the time. So when I was that I'm not having a single orange ever again.
I put my mum off cereal when she was pregnant with me because she threw it up every day.
Bendy buses.
When in doubt, add more cement.
We don't have a roll-in pin.
Bendy buses.
We essentially met on a bendy bus.
We did do that.
Okay, well we've got a nice patch of lawn.
That's lovely.
There's a video somewhere of us cackling at a bendy bus.
Well, I'd never seen one before I moved here. There's many things I've never seen before I moved here.
Like a cash point.
Wow. I'd seen them, we just didn't have one. Airbags!
Have you ever seen one in real life?
No.
Neither have I.
Oh. How about we eat some of these delicious...
Oh, absolutely.
Jelly stones.
Sounds too much like kidney stones. I don't know.
Kidney stones! Delightfully soft, pink and white. I thought it said plain and white, and I was going to pick it up and say, me.
I really don't like these as a concept and a taste, but I mean...
Yeah,
I eat them.
I've never been that into them, mostly because I don't like that they don't have like a uniform name.
Jazzles.
But sometimes they're jazzles, but they could also be like jazzies, or whizzes, or woozles. Any stupid word with a Z in it. Yes! Thank you!
It all went a bit wrong.
It's too wet. Woo! This is what they call in the movies busy work, so that you don't get bored watching me, because like my words aren't interesting enough to hold your attention, but if I also move my hands, then I become interesting to you. It's looking a lot goopier, so that's good.
Yeah, no, you're right, that is chunky.
We'll give it a whirl. Oh god.
We'll give it a whirl.
Hey! Not spawn. Hashtag not spawn.
I wish it was
Hashtag
spawn.
we wish we were sponsored by... Imagine we were sponsored by Cadbury.
Oh my
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Okay, let's try this again.
I mean, maybe after this, you'll see the potential in our eyes.
Oh no! It's standing! Imagine if we were YouTube famous. Hashtag YouTube famous.
Would you have a YouTube book by now?
Oh, please God, yeah.
Okay, I don't mean to alarm you, but my roof is staying on.
That's not alarming, that's great. This wall, however, is...
The roof is now slipping off.
Oh no!
Well, now we've got the same situation, but gooier.
Can we just point out that this is for children? How would you deal with people, like, knowing you in the street? Even if I became mad famous on YouTube, I would just get this awful reputation for being a complete dickhead. Like, if you ever met someone on the street, because I'd just be like, oh, hello.
Because, like, in my head, I know how to do it. But then...
That's not what comes out of my mouth.
No.
Like, I have trouble enough interacting with, like, people I vaguely know. Oh, it's so sticky. No. Oh, so sticky.
But it's so sticky, how is it not sticking together?
It's sticking to me. I watched another video. I think it was Lucy Moon and Estee Lalonde, is that her name? But they were talking about like feminism or like body positivity or something, and they were having this like huge eloquent conversation while they built this lovely gingerbread house. realistically, if I was YouTube famous, I'd probably never leave my house again. Because you'd have enough money to get takeaway brought to you. If you went outside, you might be recognised and ruin your reputation by being a weirdo.
Scheduling. What does that mean?
See, because I said it just because that's the only thing on my mind at the moment because of fucking all this Hexer organisation. But also, like, you like stationery and organising things.
I do like stationery.
Talk to me about stationery. Talk stationery to me.
I want to buy a till. And just play around with it.
Adam, you have wanted a till since you were about 5 years old, haven't you?
Yes.
Like a real one.
Yeah.
Like, you should definitely invest. If you...
But they're like 200 whole pounds
but it's
of my
like
earth
with
money.
tattoos. Like, if you want a tattoo, you think about it for like a few months. And then if you still want it after that time, then you can get your tattoo. And you've wanted a till for like 20 years. Because Johnny and Lindsay gave this to us. So I have no doubt that this is more or less what they were expecting to have. The topic is mistakes.
How did you know?
I'll be honest, I had an inkling. I was like, this is only going to pay off if we pull this topic towards the end of the video, not the beginning. Oh, lovely. Oh, it's lovely.
Mr. Bean. I love Mr. Bean.
I don't
like
get
with
Mr.
all
Bean.
my heart.
I don't get
I
it.
love him.
I don't understand.
I don't want to be him, but I want to be friends with him.
This pen looks like blood.
That's a blood waffle.
There's something. So I'm going to refer to my period from now on. Mould. Mould is like an analogy for life. It's always around. If left unchecked, always results in death.
Oh, it's cute. I like the smiley face.
The chimney is filled with beans.
There's tables.
Obviously,
I see
smoke.
a table.
Beans of smoke.
10 out of 10 would consume roof again.